In this video, I'll show you how to install the R coding language, RStudio, and RCommander. And in subsequent videos, we'll discuss how to utilize RStudio and RCommander as it pertains to performing analysis for your research needs. So first, we need to download the R coding language. So you can reach the website where the R coding language download will occur by either going to www.r-project.org, just type that into the address bar of your browser, or search R software in Google. The first link should be for the R project. Either way, if you follow either path, you should come to the following page. So if you reach this page or something which looks similar to it, you're in the right spot. So what you need to do is go to the left-hand menu and click on the link which reads CRAN. You then need to choose the appropriate mirror for where you'd like to make the download from. So I would choose whatever link is closest to you in proximity and by region. This is to save the R programming project some money as it pertains to bandwidth. The installation we're going to be doing for this example video is for Windows. There's different steps as it pertains to Mac and Linux, so just go ahead and follow the Windows link. We're going to be doing a base installation because we're going to be installing R for the first time. Within the gray box, you should see download R 4 point something for Windows. It might not be 4.3.2 by the time you're watching this video because the programming language is regularly updated. So go ahead and click that top link. Once the link has downloaded the appropriate executable file, go ahead and give that file a click from your downloads, and it should bring up the installation menu. Leave everything on this screen at its default, and then click Next. Again, leave everything by default as it pertains to the boxes which are pre-selected. Also, make sure you have enough disk space available. Once this has been achieved, click Next. Once we have R installed, we're going to need to install RStudio. The RStudio software is hosted by postit.co, so you could either Google RStudio or you could go to the website posit.co and then find your way to the RStudio download link. Once you make it to the website, you just need to download RStudio. Make sure you've selected the installation for Windows, and go ahead and give that link a click. Once the software has been downloaded, of course, you'll need to do an install as well. So double-clicking on the installation file will bring up this installation menu. Leave everything by default, and then click Next. If both installations have successfully occurred, you should, on your Windows menu, see two folders. One is R and one is RStudio. If you click on RStudio, you will initiate the RStudio program. However, if you click on R, either of those options, you'll be taken to a different screen entirely. So if you had clicked on one of the links here or here, you'll be taken to a screen which resembles this screen. And this is the R console. So R console is allowing you to work directly with the R programming language. So you're programming right on the metal. The R programming language, or the R language, is is what RStudio runs on top of. So think of this as the engine, the R language, and think of RStudio as the car, the dashboard, the windows, the wipers, etc. So you don't want to ever really be working within the RStudio console, or excuse me, the R console. You always want to be working in RStudio. So if you reach this screen, just exit out. By clicking on the RStudio icon, you should come to a screen which resembles the screen here. And if you see down in the lower left-hand console corner, the addition of the software which you've installed from the R project website, you'll know that everything is running correctly. Now let's talk about RCommander. RCommander installation is completely optional. So if you just wanted to install R and RStudio, you can exit the video here. But if you're interested in RCommander, please continue to watch. So RCommander adds an additional interface on top of RStudio, which will allow you to sort of have a greater ease at performing certain analysis as it relates to your data. I prefer to work directly just in RStudio, but some individuals prefer RCommander in addition to RStudio. When we're doing our example lessons, we'll be utilizing both. So to get RCommander installed, once RStudio and R have been successfully installed, launch RStudio, then go to the Package tab in the right-hand corner and select Install. This should bring up the following menu. Type RCMDR in the Packages line, leave Install to Library, leave the repository, and leave Install Dependencies. All will be pre-selected by default. Leave the defaults in place, but type RCMDR in the Packages line, and then click Install. This should bring up some text in your log on the left-hand corner of your user interface for RStudio. That means that the program is successfully installing. So just give that plenty of time. Make sure you wait until it's completely done going through the dialog. Once the dialog has completed, if you wanted to check to make sure that the RCommander package successfully installed, go ahead and click Packages again and scroll down. These are in alphabetical order. Scroll down until you see RCMDR. If this appears in the Packages tab, you'll know that RCommander successfully installed. To initiate it, click the box next to RCMDR. Or you can type library RCMDR in the RStudio console and run the code. To do such, type library, open parentheses, RCMDR, close parentheses, highlight it, go to code, run selected lines, and that should launch RCommander. And again, you could either take this option or just click the box. Either should initiate RCommander. More dialog will come up in your console screen located within the RStudio user interface. Wait until it loads, and if this menu appears, which reads RCommander, you'll know that RCommander has been successfully installed, downloaded, and initiated. You also should see an icon on your Windows menu bar. The icon on the right is RCommander. So if you click that, RCommander will be minimized, and click it again, and it should be returned back to your RStudio session. The icon to the right or to the left is for RStudio. So that will allow you to know when RStudio has been launched and initiated. So that is all for today's lesson. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you in our next video. Take care.